Hello there. Welcome to Rhetoric class at Wittenberg Academy. I am Pastor Spotts. I will be walking along with you on this. This is a very low-tech recording. I hope it works out okay, but let's see what we can do. I need to do some introductions here at the beginning of the course. First off, who am I? Okay, generic name like Pastor Spotts. What does that tell you? Not much at all. I have a master's degree in ancient Greek from the University of Missouri. Since that time, I have spent a couple of decades teaching Greek, Latin, classical languages, classical literature, a little bit of English. I have also spent considerable time in theological studies and worked in various areas of Christian school education and pastoral ministry over the last couple of decades. I have taught by way of the internet in a synchronous learning environment for about 15 years and have been working on some asynchronous courses recently as well. By denomination, I am I don't like the terms liberal or conservative, but I would fit into the conservative Lutheran camp, accepting the documents of the Book of Concord from 1580 and accepting them because they are a good exposition of the Word of God. So what does a classics teacher and a pastor have to do with teaching rhetoric? First off, what is rhetoric? Rhetoric is the art and, yes, sometimes the science of persuading people. A lot of times rhetoric will have a negative connotation. Oh, that's just rhetoric, or oh, I don't want any more of your rhetoric. Give me some truth. Well, actually, there's something wrong with the logic involved in a statement like that. The art and science of rhetoric is that of persuading people of a point of view, and the reasoned rhetorician, as my friend and colleague Dr. James Tallman would point out, is somebody who would it's somebody who would be a person of integrity and whose desire would be to use the truth and use it correctly. So the goal of rhetoric is to persuade people of a true and good course of action or thought. It's to present information fairly. It is also to present information forcefully. So what we want to do in our study of rhetoric is to learn first how to be very fair with the information we gather and present. And second, how can that information be presented to the very best effect? Well, what's our study plan? This course at Wittenberg Academy goes for 12 weeks. It is followed up by another 12-week Rhetoric 2 course, so it's a pretty short course. I'm expecting that students will be spending, anywhere, 10 to maybe 15 hours a week working on reading. Read, number one. The next thing we do as we're reading, number two, we do some writing. Number three, we interact with those readings and writings and with the way other people have done some reading and writing. And that's a nice thing about having a class forum and a way of discussing. It's relatively easy to carry on a reasoned discussion about something. Everybody's reading the same thing. We can discuss it rather than trying to beat each other over the head with whatever we've read. So we interact with it wisely. And then I do want to urge attendance at and participation in our Monday afternoon discussions. This is for, by the way, I'm doing the recording in 2015. I'll probably use it in another course period, another term sometime. This quarter, our discussions happen to be Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Central Time, and whatever term we're teaching this in, I would urge you to attend and participate in the discussions that we have. That is a very good way for you to be able to dissect arguments and pieces of writing in real time and to get real-time feedback. It is very, very useful. After all, when we're thrown into a situation of using those rhetorical skills, whether it's as I do as a pastor, as somebody who is trying to speak the truth publicly and persuasively, sometimes in a group setting, sometimes individually, the reactions need to be quick. People will present you with another point of view, and you get to try to come up with a response. And it has to be able to happen real time. So our discussions will try to move you toward that ability to bring out some truth real time. Above all, our goal is to be able to bring forth the truth and to state it, again, fairly and forcefully. In our forceful presentation of the truth, I do hope that we remember kindness and charity. Just because you disagree with somebody and you present your disagreement forcefully, it doesn't mean it has to be unkind. It can be very kind and yet very firm. Hopefully we'll learn to do that and learn to do it better and better as we study rhetoric. Thanks for watching.